first thing people noticed about Freydis was her hair long, pale blonde, almost silver in winter light, and her eyes, a clear northern blue that looked older than her 25 years. The second thing they noticed was her calm. In a loud, fast modern world, she moved like someone who had already survived harsher ages. Freydis lived in a coastal city where glass towers reflected the sea. By day, she worked at a heritage museum, translating Old Norse inscriptions and digitizing runestones with a tablet and scanner. By night, she lived quietly in a small apartment filled with books, plants, and a single carved wooden shield mounted on the wall, not for battle, but for remembrance. She was trans, and she had chosen her name carefully. Freydis came from the sagas, a name that meant strength, not softness, not apology. She didn't feel like she was becoming someone new so much as uncovering someone old. When she transitioned, it felt less like change and more like alignment, as if her inner compass finally pointed true north. Her grandmother had taught her the old words when she was a child. Not prayers exactly, but phrases, ways of seeing the world. Drenger for honor, Hugr for mind and spirit, Hammer for shape. The last one mattered most to Freydis. The Vikings believed people could change their form, not just physically, but in fate and role. To Freydis, that meant she was not betraying tradition by being herself. She was living it. On weekends, she trained at a local gym, not to look intimidating, but to feel capable. Strength to her was practical. The sagas were full of women who survived because they were prepared, observant, and unafraid to stand their ground. Freydis carried that with her when she walked home at night, shoulders back, breath steady. Sometimes tourists asked her what it was like to study Vikings in the modern world. She would smile and say, they were never as simple as people think. She didn't add that, neither was she. On the winter solstice, Freydis went down to the shoreline before sunrise. She stood barefoot in the cold sand, the wind tugging at her coat, and watched the light return. No ritual, no audience. Just a quiet acknowledgement that she was still here. A Viking, not because of war or blood alone, but because she endured, adapted, and chose her own name in a changing world. And that, she believed, was the most Old Norse thing of all.